the solutions they have for your daily use of musicianship and music instruments is pretty incredible. Hey, my name is Javier Solis, and a percussion player for currently for Lauren Daigle and various other artists in the studio and stuff like that, a lot of studio work. But yeah, how I was introduced to Gibraltar I think it's in two phases. Early on in the 90s, you know, I worked at a drum store in a drum shop in San Antonio, Texas called Drum Talk. And so I would see all the hardware coming in. And so I first saw their conga, cradles, and I was like, man, I've never seen anything like this. And I thought that was pretty unique how they had these little cylinder white, I still don't know what the material is, but it was like a rubbery thing. It was really creative, and I thought, man, this is pretty innovative. And it was a cylinder that was round, and it had a bracket that would hold the cradle. And it was really cool how you could put the conga in there and it would not beat it up and all. And I thought that was really creative. And I think that's where I grew my kind of affinity for it, Gibraltar brand, knowing that they were kind of innovative, always looking to make something cool and creative for people to, you know, put their instruments to use. And I thought it was real practical how they came about those things. So I got introduced to them then. And then when I moved to Nashville, I built a relationship with them. So yeah, what made me want to use Gibraltar is the practicality of what they can build for you when it comes to the clamps, the multi-clamp uses, the stands, whether it's without the legs, you can put them on the clamp, you can put multifunctional things together. And being that I am in the world of always having to clamp something up, put something on something so I can play a cowbell, a tambourine with my hand, those things take a lot of abuse with pressure. And so to get something that can sustain that and be used practically, in a practical sense of usage, I think that, you know, without a question, Gibraltar's top notch, number one. And so I think, you know, that's what made me want to use them and build something that they've done for me. It's been incredible. Yeah. Problems that Gibraltar has solved for me is that when you set up percussion, you have cradle legs for the congas, you have a stand for the bongos with the arm coming up, you have a timbales set up on the whatever side, but it has the legs. Then you have a stand for the chimes and other color stuff you have. You have a multi-clamp holder with stands. So there's like 8 stands all over your legs. And all the legs are kind of like coming at you. And so when you're playing behind those rigs, I'm like dancing behind, you know, the percussion setup, because in between there's a timbales solo. I literally get my leg, tuck it in from another place and put it on another so I can play the timbales, you know, or I get a little stiff because I don't want to move my legs and I'm playing because the stand is right there on my foot. So I got like memory, you know, of where to put my feet. So anytime I'm moving around and behind the percussion station, I am constantly moving my feet out to go in somewhere else because the legs of the stands are sticking at me. And so I think one of the biggest solutions that Gibraltar has solved is that I don't have that. I have now arms that come from the top, a rail that goes on the bottom, and these legs that go on the bottom that are just probably not even close to my feet at all. So I'm able to move very comfortably without even thinking about that something's in my way and my legs, and that's a big deal. It's a big deal for comfort, you know, to know that I can just concentrate on what I'm doing as far as the peer is concerned. It's a big solution for me, that.